Hello, good morning dear students. Today, it's very interesting topic. It's my favorite topic too. We are going to discuss the physics part of our science chapters. The first chapter is about force and pressure. It's the 11th chapter. Yes, 11th chapter in your textbook, force and pressure. So let's come to the term individually. What is force? What is pressure? What is actually force? Can we see force? No, but we can experience the effect of force, isn't it? When someone beats us with a stick. So what happens? We can't see how much force he exerted, but we know, do he exert more force or less force? How? We can feel it. We can feel the effect of the force, isn't it? We can feel more pain if we exerted more force, and we could feel only very less pain if we exerted very less force. So we can feel the effort of force, but we can't see the force. And we can't feel the force, but we can feel the effect of force, the after effect of a force. So how can we define this force, as it is something we can't see? So how can we define this force? We can't define in a straight way, isn't it? As it is something we can't see. So it can be defined in a different way. So let us go to the definition of force. How can we define force? Now imagine there is a stationary object. Stationary means an object without motion, any motion. Motion, you know, movement. There is an object without any movement. The object is at rest. It is resting here. The object is at rest. So to move this object, what I have to give? Either I have to push it, or I have to pull it, or I have to lift it and place it in some other place to change the position of this body, isn't it? Either I have to push it, or I have to pull it, or I have to lift it and put it in another place. So by these three efforts, I can change the position of this body. So what I applied here, I applied a force here, or I applied a force here, or I applied a force in the upward direction when I am lifting this thing. So here we can define force as a push or pull or lift, which may change the position of a body. Force is a push or pull or lifting, push, pull or lifting, which may change the position of a body. Now imagine the second case. The stroke is moving, or a ball is moving, more convenient for you to understand. Imagine that a ball is moving. I am standing in a football ground. A ball is moving towards me. So by using my legs, I stop the ball. So what happens here? I give a force, and with that force, in the first case, I made a movement with the force. But in the second case, see, there was a moving ball, and by exerting some force, I stopped the moving body. That is the second case. Even a force can stop a moving body also. So force can move a body, and force can stop a moving body. 2 points we got. Let's write that. Force can move a body at rest. Second point, stop a moving body. Third point, imagine there is one balloon in your hand. And what happens if you exert some force on that balloon? The shape of the balloon will change, and eventually it will break, isn't it? So first point is that we can change the shape by giving an external force. So third point we got, it changes the force can change the shape and size. Force can change the size, shape and size of a body. And now fourth point, imagine a ball is moving in the ground And what happens when we kick on that ball? It's already moving and we are giving an external force. What happens? Speed of the ball will increase, isn't it? Already the ball is moving in that direction and we give a force in that direction too. What happens? The ball will go more speedily, with more speed. So we can change the speed also by using the force. We can change the speed. So we got 4 points. We can move a body at rest. We can stop a moving body. We can change the shape and size of a body. And we can change the speed of a body. We can increase or decrease the speed of a body. And last one, imagine we are standing in a cricket field and I am batting here. The bowler bowls the ball in this direction. Okay, what happens if I hit the ball with my bat into the other one? The direction of the ball is changed. I do not stop the ball, but I change the direction of the ball. So by giving a force, we can change the direction of a body also. So that is the last point. We can, change. A force can change the direction of a moving body. That is, when we are driving also, we need to give a force in order to make a movement in the bends of the road, isn't it? Otherwise the car will go straightly without moving left or right. If there is a left curve or right curve, we have to give some force on the steering. Then only the car will move towards that. So a force is needed to change the direction of a body. So we get 5 points. So what is force? A force is a push or pull which can move a body at rest or stop a moving body or change the shape and size of a body or change the speed of a body, and force can change the direction of a body. So how can we define force? Force is simply push or pull which move a body at rest or stop a moving body or change the shape and size of the body or change the speed of a body or change the direction of a moving body. That's all for today. Just an introduction to the topic force. Maybe you can't see these points in your textbook, but you have to grasp this. You have to understand what we discussed here. Okay, that's fine. I hope you understood the section. Now you can see in your textbook, you can see many examples for force. You have to read textbook also. Now here you can see activity 11.1. You have to identify what are these activities. Is it pushing, pulling or lifting? So based on that you can understand what we discussed today. And now you can see forces are due to an interaction section also. Just go through that section and up to the topic exploring forces. So up to the page number 129 you have to read, and these are the topics that we just discussed now. All those points included in these topics are discussed here. When you read the textbook you will get it. So you have to read textbook also along with this. Okay, it's very important chapter, very important chapter. It's not like other chapters. It's something more serious than other chapters. It was very easy. The chapters we had covered was very easy, and this chapter is too easy, but it's also very important. So you have to take it serious. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.